got homemade Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, we are. I haven't made Jolly Ranchers before, have you?
Mm-mm.
No. So, what is one of the things that we have to do?
So to make Jolly Ranchers, you'll need, trying to think.
Corn syrup.
Yeah, corn syrup. Then you'll need that later. Citric acid, strawberry extract. It's like a flavoring. And then there's peach flavor we got, raspberry from blue raspberry. And my dad wanted peach, so we got that. And then we got orange and lemon. And then you also need a candy thermometer.
Yep.
Sugar, you'll need 1.5 cups of sugar. You'll need parchment stuff, but we'll show you that later.
Yep, definitely. So, yeah, we're going to start making our own candy. So one of the first things is you need a candy thermometer. You do have to cook it to 300 degrees. This is what a candy thermometer looks like. And we're going to walk over and show you how we set it up in the first stage. So you get your candy thermometer into your pot. You can use whatever candy pot that you want to make it. You want to make sure that the tip does not touch the bottom. Let's rotate this so we can actually see the temperature when we start it up.
Okay, let's start.
All right, let's start mixing our ingredients together. 1.5 cups. There's 1 cup almost. And what do we do with that 1.5 cups?
We'll dump it into the pot.
Yep, into the pot. So the pot is not on yet.
This one ended up better.
Perfect.
Okay, now come.
All right, so that's again 1.5 cups of sugar.
Now we need 3/4 cup corn syrup.
3/4 cup of corn syrup. Here we go.
Set.
3/4 cup of corn syrup. So we're going to do 1/2 cup. And then we're going to fill up 1/4 cup.
Oh, by the way, light would be better because then if dark corn syrup, it will affect the flavor, but it's still fine.
There we go.
Can you hold this? Keep peeling that out and then this.
Now what you'd want to do too is grab a mini spatula if you have one, and to try to get rid of all the
Here, hold that. We have a
syrup in within the cups too. So
we have a tiny spatula.
we do. There we go. So try to get as much as you can.
And now we're gonna add 1/2 cup of water in with the sugar, corn syrup, and the water. Now we're gonna turn it to medium high, so like there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we're gonna start mixing it until. Well, you're gonna stop mixing it until the sugar is fully dissolved.
We stir until it's 260 degrees.
Really?
Stop stirring, and then we wait for it to get up to, what is it, 300?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a 300 for hard candy.
Oh.
You pull it from the heat, and then we'll add our flavoring and colorings in. All right, look at, there we go. We are right now at
Parchment paper?
200. I know, I'm trying to get some videos here, Evelyn. 200 degrees.
100.
All right, so while Evelyn's stirring, we are going to make our first batch out of peach flavor. Got this at Michael's. You can throw this flavoring, 1 whole can or little jar, whatever you want to call it, into each mix. So first we peach, we'll throw in a little bit of yellow dye, and then we'll do raspberry with, what color is that? Blue? Purple? Blue. So we'll show that in a little bit. All right, so our next thing we're doing while Evelyn is stirring, it's at 220. We took some parchment baking paper and put it in a Pyrex, there we go, Pyrex little baking thing. And we're gonna pour the mixture in here and let it cool a little bit. And then once it cools a little bit, we'll pull it out and we'll show you the next step. What's our temperature?
250.
Yay, 250. That took about 4 to 5 minutes.
Okay, so once it gets about 250, it stops getting steamy so much. So then you can see the thermometer better.
Yeah, you can definitely notice that right off. right away that a lot of the water is probably boiled off now.
So now it's at 260, so now we have to stop stirring it until we get to 300. Then once it gets to 300, we can add in the dye and the citric acid. Okay. Where'd you put this stuff?
I put it over there. All right, so now we are at 300. Paul, can you remove the thermometer? Let's get that out of the way and then put that off on the table there. Yeah.
Okay.
And so our next step is
First we need to add the dye, but we don't need so much dye.
What flavor?
We're doing peach. Here, Paul, can you unravel that? Okay, so we're gonna add it. We have other yellow dye because we don't have orange dye. I think that's good.
That's good. You know, use how much dye you prefer. If you want it really vibrant color, then do that. If you don't, then use a little bit less. All right, we are going to pour the entire bottle in there.
The entire bottle?
Yeah.
That's
We'll
what
see.
you do. Well, you can smell it.
Can you?
Yeah. Okay, I'll get the
Well, you
citric
can.
acid.
Okay, and then
How many of these, Dad?
so we're going to need also to give it a little tanginess. We add it's about a half tablespoon or teaspoon rather. That's good of citric acid. That's good. And now you stir it together.
You can smell it.
Oh, you can really smell the peach.
Yeah.
Did you try the concentrated stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not. Oh,
It's disgusting. It's so like
It
gross.
smells good though. This doesn't it?
yeah.
Not master. You put that in there. So so you stir it for a little bit until you think it's about ready. Maybe stir it for 2 minutes to really get the flavoring in there.
What's that?
Okay, so we got most of the bubbles out. Now we're going to take it and pour it into our glass pan thing.
Yep.
So,
In our Pyrex pan with the parchment. So let's watch this.
okay.
Ready?
Mhm.
Look at that.
And then once you're done pouring in, you're gonna let it chill for 20 minutes, but don't put it in the fridge. Just let it sit out, like
Okay.
on your counter for 20 minutes, because you want like soft, like kind of still warm, but not too hard. So it's been about 20 minutes, so now we're gonna take this over to here, or over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So we're gonna just take this out and go ahead and just lay it down. And now, do you want to do this part?
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Do you want to do it or me?
How about you try it out?
Okay. So we're just gonna first go ahead and go into the middle.
So we're cutting it, and nope, stop. So you can see how it's still filling in. That means it is still too warm, so we gotta let it cool just a little bit longer.
So who's doing it now?
So it looks like the center's starting to hold its shape. And then you cross it again, work
make-
away from the center out.
To make the Jolly Rancher thing.
Yeah, you could definitely tell, you know, how, yeah, see, it's still hot. So this is our first time ever doing it. So we're not really sure. This is going to be some ugly Jolly Ranchers.
Well, they're homemade. So it's starting to get harder though.
Yeah, it
can
is.
tell.
You can definitely tell, and you can feel it because it's getting more.
And it looks harder now.
Yeah, it's giving more resistance to me as I'm trying to pull it or push the
This line.
pizza cutter through. All right, you do this line.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, the one next to it. That one. I'll stop it now. And then we'll tell them when we're all ready.
Oh, I'm sticking.
So we're stuck all of a sudden.
Ah.
And so now we got this little mountain. Take the string.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of
Oh yeah, you need cooking spray. That's what we forgot.
cooking spray, and we'll try that out. See if that works.
So you'll spread cooking spray onto whatever you're using. So like a knife, a pizza roller thing. So then it really will stick on.
Here, you go do it. All right, we're making a second batch. What we're also gonna try here, Right now we're at 225. We're doing a second batch of raspberry. We're gonna pull this off before 300. We just kind of felt that the peach was a little bitter, so we think that maybe pulling it off at a lower temperature might keep the sugar from browning and causing it to turn bitter. All right, so we finished the raspberry. Paul, you have strings on your lips. We think that pulling it off just under 300 worked better. Adding a little bit more citric acid, maybe a little bit more flavoring.
Yeah. When we do the strawberry and like the ones in the bigger ones are gonna be.
Yeah. So we're gonna try it with a different one. So we'll try that out. But guess what we're gonna do now, guys?
We're gonna crack the pecan peach.
The pecan peach. Hold on.
I don't know. I just picked. That
Here.
sounds like a plate. Okay.
You ready? Yeah. Let's do it.
So we're just gonna
You can
go ahead and.
Maybe drop it.
Yeah. So.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. Does anyone want to try that one? Paul, of course. We could always redo it. So we try it. And it's like really strong.
Like flavor strong, bitter strong,
Bitter.
bitter strong. Yeah.
Um.
Maybe it was too much peach. I don't know.
What we added the same amount of blue raspberry.
Yeah, hopefully the blue raspberry doesn't taste as bad.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we're gonna add as much as the we're gonna add so much citric acid.
All right, we're pretty close to just under 300, and then we'll pull it, and then we're gonna try this technique
That we.
that we looked online. Hopefully it's right.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't have a third batch of horrible candy. All right, we can pull it. We're just under 300, so get it off. We'll turn that off. Now we'll kind of wait.
Should I keep that in there?
Yeah, let's leave that in there, and we'll just kind of watch it.
The dye, you mean?
Yeah, add the dye in.
Hunter, come on.
That'll be good. Then we can add the food in.
Once it gets down to 270 or something.
Yeah, you can go. We're there, so you can add the.
Okay.
Hurry up.
I'm hurrying.
So our temperatures are dropping pretty good here. Yeah, do half of that. Yeah. There you go. Let's stir it in. Again, this is an attempt to not have it taste so bitter. So hopefully this works out. Why don't you remove the thermometer and then hold that. See how it's getting. There we go.
We learned today.
We totally learned. What did we learn? What not to do, right? How do you make awesome Jolly Ranchers?
By not putting in the citric acid too. At a very hot temperature.
That's right. So we learned 270 degrees is where you want to put the citric acid in. So we made lemon, which by far is our
Best.
favorite. We made strawberry, raspberry, and peach. So they all turned out really good. Why don't you show a few? We put them in little bags. Show that bag. So that's the end of it. Pretty cool to learn. Really easy to do. You know, threw away a couple batches because they were just gross. So, with that, say goodbye.
Bye.